Here we go. Hello, hello.
Hello, everyone.
Good evening.
Buenas noches. We have 6 people.
Oh,
Hello, everyone.
that's quick. Hello, everyone. You must have been waiting for us to get started this evening.
Do.
We were waiting for ourselves to get started.
Because as you know, we never start drinking till the show starts. So we have to wait extra long on show nights because normally we would be drinking at 5 o'clock.
That's right. We wanted to make sure that the West Coasters can join us.
We do. I'm going to check in on the stream over here.
The West Coasters are dear to us. Hope everyone's been well. Mark says hey.
Hello, hello.
Hope you all been well. Hope you had a good weekend.
Yes, indeed. We have totally classic cocktails tonight. We decided, we did the beer ones, we did sangria. Let's get back to those fancy little classic ones. So that's where we are, starting with a Manhattan tonight.
Starting with the Manhattan, we have some folks from California who are balking at our suggestion that they shouldn't start drinking before 4 p.m.
No, you should absolutely start at 4 p.m.
So
we just can't on show nights. If you guys think we're drunk when we do this show, you should see what we would look like if we were actually drunk when we did this show. So it's better that we wait. But God bless all the people who get to start drinking at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Woo! Emily's here for the party.
Yeah, great. Okay. We're going to start with the Manhattan, named after, of course, the island in New York. This is a classic. So I'm gonna stir this cocktail because we don't have enough shakers.
Because we only have 2 shakers.
So
actually, we have a third, but it leaks. We only got 2. We're gonna stir one tonight. Why not?
Okay.
Shaken, stirred.
Here's what we're starting with.
Bourbon.
We're going to put 2 ounces of bourbon in our jigger. Remember, that's the larger size of the jigger. I'm going to make 2 of these, so
4.
So 4 ounces.
Maybe a dash extra, because it never really gets all the way to the top, and we don't want to go short on the bourbon.
You've actually brought out the Scotch tonight, which is fine.
That's bourbon.
No, that's Scotch, all right?
Nope, it's definitely bourbon.
Well, whatever it is, doesn't matter, because you can use brown liquor.
Any brown liquor will do. Rye, Scotch, bourbon, whatever you got, but this is definitely bourbon.
Can I have the Sweet Vermouth, please?
Now the Sweet Vermouth. Vanna White.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, maybe this is the bourbon.
Oh, maybe it is. Maybe I'm right. Hold on, what?
Yes, you're right.
Oh, is that it?
Okay.
I didn't even live in France.
3/4 of an ounce each, so I'm going to do 1.5 ounces. So I'll use the 2 ounce side and not quite pour it full. There we are. That's Sweet Vermouth. We're going to put a couple of dashes of bitters in here, just to give it a little extra flavor. You take that for me.
I will. It also makes it not quite so sweet, which is useful.
There we go. And
swirly
we're going to swirl this around. Do you want a little cherry juice or no?
Oh, would you like some cherry
Sometimes
juice?
I put cherry juice in it. I feel like it gives it a little extra something. Let's do that. I like it that way. This is totally optional. So the garnish is going to be maraschino cherries. These are the things you put on an ice cream sundae.
Which I have pre-prepared.
And I like to take a little bit of the juice and just...
It does help with the color too, to be honest with you.
Dab it in there to your flavor. It's kind of like adding olive juice to a martini.
Yeah. And it takes the brown away and gives you a little more red, which is always kind of nice. We tried to dress extra classy tonight for classy cocktail night. So got our pocket scarves, got our fancy jackets on, spring fashion, Yeah.
Now remember, this is a little swizzle stick spoon that you can use to stir your cocktails with. We've actually started an Amazon idea list, and we've linked to that at the bottom of the description of every video. So if you want to purchase any of these cool little bar tricks, just click on that, and it'll give you a list of things that we think is cool. Okay.
Starting to garnish the wrong glass.
There we go. Now remember this tip from a previous show, use antique glasses. They're a little smaller, so they're nicer to serve a cocktail at the beginning of a meal when you know you're going to have a lot of food or other drink in the evening.
There we are. Classic Manhattan. Ta-da! So we can get to the most important part of the evening, which is drinking with all of you.
Which is saying cheers for the first time to you and to each other. Cheers in the eye. That's probably the first time we've done it on cue.
That's so good. This is like a classic drink. And honestly, if you are not a hard liquor lover, you don't love the bourbon, you don't love the scotch, this drink masks it more than most, as far as like the classic cocktails go.
Yeah, it's pretty yummy.
That's really good. Really good. Okay, next up. We did the Manhattan, we're on to the Sidecar. At some point, I'm going to make a list on our Facebook page for everyone because there are so many drinks you could make by having the most minimal number of things in your bar. Like, I mean, if you look back to when we did tequila night, it's mostly lemon juice and lime juice. If you look at tonight in the Cosmo, in the Sidecar, it's lemon juice and lime juice. Keep around some triple sec or some Cointreau, some orange liqueur, and you're going to be able to make at least a dozen drinks for your guests and really impress them. And it's going to be so simple. So, we are starting tonight, the Sidecar, with a little cognac. You could use brandy as well, but either one of those will do. So, I've got the little measuring cup that's got the beaker-like numbers on it, because we're going to go 2.5 ounces of cognac, if I can open it. Beautiful. 2.5 of cognac. The drink of kings. Then, speaking of our orange liqueurs, we are going for some Cointreau. Just 1/2 ounce of it, so not too much.
Fresh from the store, that one, because he finished it on sangria night, if you remember.
We did run out and had to get some more.
Whoops.
Don't worry, the liquor stores are essential, so they're still open, thank God. Thank the Lord. Little Cointreau, a little lemon juice. This also you might see in the recipes we put in there, sugar. The sugar is not for the drink itself. It was for the rim. So if you want to like run a little lemon, I guess, around the edge of your glass and dip it in some sugar, then you could do that. We don't really go for the sweet as much, so we're going to skip the sugar step and instead just go for the garnish with the lemon. Where is the top? Here it is.
If it was a snake, it would have bit you.
Well, you know what? So, we've got it in there. Time for a shake. You've noticed we've pre-iced the shakers tonight. We're just getting so smart about this, not rattling you all with the sound of the ice bucket. That was the #1 complaint in those early days when we were amateurs. So there we are. I've pre-cut the lemon. I always like to run it around the edge of the glass because it gives you just a little tartness then when you start drinking. So here we are. This drink gives you like a gorgeous golden color. It's perfect. Once again, a vintage glass. Ooh, right to the top. Look at that. It's perfect.
Right to the top. It's okay.
I love it.
Couldn't have been better.
Now, I will, of course, taste it to be sure that it's good. Yeah, that's such a lovely drink. It's so light and refreshing. It's almost like lemonade in a glass, to be honest with you. I love it.
He's rarely met a cocktail he didn't like.
But that one's really good.
This one is really nice.
It's so classic. It's so bright. You don't have to deal with the, it's not heavy. It's just light. You can go with it. Yeah. Pretty color. I mean, look at these side by side. That's great, right?
This would be great for, it's warm. You want to sit out on the patio. You want an aperitif for dinner.
Say you were in France. Just kidding. Okay.
Or Linden, Virginia.
Yes. Or just on your countryside patio, wherever you happen to be. Or in the middle of the city. Go for it.
All right.
Final classic cocktail of the night.
That brings us to our third classic cocktail. Now, this is, I mean, arguably one of the most popular classic cocktails. And I think it mystifies people for unknown reasons because it's really pretty easy to make. So what we're talking about is a Cosmopolitan.
Otherwise known as a Cosmo.
Otherwise known as a Cosmo.
You don't have to buy it in a pre-prepared jar by Skinny Girl because it's actually quite easy to make it home yourself. Long before Bethany Frankel was around, there was the Cosmopolitan. So tonight we will learn the simplicity of it.
Wasn't there so? Okay.
Where do we start? The vodka.
Now, you may have seen me do this while Corey was making the other drink. I took the napkin and cleaned out the jigger. You don't want to have a jigger that you've used on a previous drink that you're going to use on the next drink because some of the residue of the alcohol might change the flavor. So you want to rinse it out, you want to dry it, whatever, just to make sure that it's not going to exchange flavors. Alrighty, 2 ounces of vodka. Once again, we're using Tito's lovely American vodka that you can get rather inexpensively at your liquor store.
But you can really use whatever you want. We just tend not to use the fancy stuff inside of mixed drinks because it's just going to cover up the flavor anyway.
When it comes to vodka, is it worth fancy?
No. I mean, like if you're going to drink a martini, maybe having some Grey Goose or whatever else is worth it. But...
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, can I have a Cointreau, please?
You may.
I am going to use the other side of the jigger.
Drink. It's good for tonight. You see how versatile these basic things are? They're really nice.
Right, they're maybe a little splurge, and they're not something you're going to use a lot of, but they're really going to pep up a drink on the reg.
But there are like inexpensive alternatives. If you don't want to use Cointreau, the orange flavor in triple sec isn't quite as potent, but triple sec is a $6 alternative to a $30 bottle of Cointreau. So if that's what you'd rather do, you can totally do it.
That's right. Would you mind grabbing me some cranberry juice, please?
Oh, I forgot the cranberry juice when I was setting the table.
Next up, an ounce of lime juice. That's going to go in here. This is the fresh squeezed lime juice, not the sweetened lime juice that we've mentioned before. But if you want to use a sweetened lime juice, you can. Some people will make a Cosmopolitan with simple syrup.
It looks like this.
So that would replace that.
And here's the cranberry juice.
Here's the cranberry juice. So we buy the little, like lunchbox size juices to keep in the fridge. And then this way, if we open a bottle, we're not wasting a ton of it. We can use it for something else and it won't go bad. So this you just want a splash of.
It's mostly for color.
That was enough.
The great secret of the Cosmo. Which if you're following along at home and adding all of these things up, a Cosmo is in essence, don't be shocked by this, showing the simplicity of cocktail making, a Cosmo is a margarita, but we have changed out the tequila for vodka and added a splash of cranberry juice. Here we are.
All right. Do we have a little
lime?
No, we don't. No.
What do you want?
Can you
you're
cut
trying
that?
to split it? I'll just split it up. I'll get a knife. We'll make it pretty. Good golly, I've failed to set everything out tonight.
Look at that color. Isn't that lovely?
Knife.
So here's the secret to lovely presentation. Take a knife and cut your wedge right down the middle. And then you can rest it on the edge of the martini glass, just like that.
So look at that beautiful Cosmo.
I get to drink
Okay,
it.
fine. Tell me if it's any good. I won't believe you till I taste it myself.
It's terrible. I'll have to drink it all.
Let me see. Yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff. And so easy to make at home. Look at this little lineup. Can you see this here? It's so pretty. Here, hold that one up. So we can see the whole lineup here.
Yep.
Look at this. Once again, like, just beautiful, right? And you can impress anybody by, if your guests kind of want one of each, it's also not that hard to do.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I think our comment stream has fallen off.
Well, sorry, everyone. We can't see your comments.
Sorry, we can't see your shout-outs. Hopefully you've been saying
Darn thing
hello.
froze. Hopefully you're wearing your spring fashions. Post pictures, please.
Yeah. Done something
We would love to see you.
fun.
I just like bounce around between these cocktails. Might as well just make me a Long Island iced tea, which is pretty much just a little bit of everything. But anyway, we are going to be back Thursday night, back to the regular schedule with exciting content because Cinco de Mayo is coming up. So we have a little, oh no, wait, we're doing that next week on Cinco de Mayo. What am I talking
Getting
about?
ahead of himself.
We are doing the Kentucky Derby. It's canceled this Saturday. Womp womp. But we can still talk about mint juleps, get together and drink them, and maybe wear big hats. So,
Do we know anyone from Kentucky?
don't know. We know plenty of Kentuckians. But Thursday we will be back. The mint julep, if you have another drink you'd like us to do along with it, send us a note, put it in the comments. We'd like to know. But we're definitely going to do the mint julep. It's got its own cute cup because, you know, what cocktail shouldn't?
I don't know that we have one right now, but Casey says doing Sazerac these days.
Ooh, yeah. The Sazerac's also another excellent classic cocktail. So,
Yes.
yeah, we could.
And not a difficult one to make.
And goes right in line with the Kentucky Derby theme as well.
Sazeracs are from New Orleans.
That's okay.
Okay. Well,
all the South.
we'll do a central time zone
A
themed
southern
episode.
central time zone.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can see the comments over here, just so we make sure we're not missing out on everything.
See who said hello. We have a couple minutes left in the segment.
Let's see. Technology. Why hast thou failed us?
No.
Let me see.
Well, I think we're going to have dual screens.
I'm just going to need 1 million screens so we know what's happening.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. Hello. Here, you can catch up on the comments. I'll just drink.
Okay.
Big hats. Somebody likes big hats. We're all for it.
Penny is here. Michael says perfect light pink color. Thank you very much. Just
Thank
a
you,
splash of
Michael.
cranberry. Layla says Cinco de Cuatro. Yeah.
Ah.
Well,
Yes.
but next week we
Cinco
will
de
do
Cuatro?
some Cinco de Mayo. I know we've already done a margarita episode, but we will do something.
There's amazing
Similar.
other Mexican cocktails that are made with mezcal, one of my favorite Mexican liquors. Very smoky and spicy if you're into that. So we will work a little of that in.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
that it? That's what we're doing?
That's what we've got.
All right, gang. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you see how simple this is. I'm going to put a little Simple Bar Bible up either tonight or tomorrow and show you what you can do with just the shortest little laundry list of things in your bar. And yeah, there you go. Join us. Wear your Kentucky Derby attire Thursday night. Whatever you got. If you got a hat, do it. If you got, linen, seersucker, bow ties, you name it, we'll be there.
We'll be back in bow ties for sure.
We will be in bow ties, potentially hats. Who knows? Could just be crazy.
Who knows?
We'll see you there. Maybe we could have some type of horse betting, racing. I don't know. We'll come up with something. Cheers, everyone.
Bye, friends.
XOXO.